WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It's 5:30 on October 8th. I'm Madison Pergram.
And I'm Will Puckett. Thanks for tuning into Mountain News this morning on this Tuesday.
So yesterday we were talking about rain boots and rain jackets. Well, today we might need an actual jacket because it's a little chilly outside.
Yeah, I got my vest ready to go this morning.
You walked in with your vest like it was going to be 40 degrees outside.
It's the best time of year, Madison.
Well, let's go to Kelly McShane. Kelly, are we going to see these cooler temperatures throughout the week?
We're going to see cooler temperatures throughout the week, but this morning it is vest weather, sweater weather, just anything, because it is a little bit on the chillier side this morning as that cold front continues to work through and give us a little bit cooler temperatures. But you can see it here, a few showers and clouds are lingering thanks to that cold front. So just keep that in mind this morning, but I think most of us stay dry, and a little bit of fog is settling into those valley regions and into Pike County. So just take it easy on the roads this morning. They may still be a little bit wet from the rain yesterday. And those temperatures, like we're talking about, it is a little bit chilly outside, about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than yesterday. So you may want a jacket, you may want your vest or a sweater, because it's definitely a cooler start to the day. And today we will see temperatures staying below average, and I'll have those details here in just a little bit, guys.
Y'all know what I say, vest weather is the best weather. Thank you, Kelly. Well, forestry officials say the rain has helped contain wildfires burning in the Daniel Boone National Forest. But some believe it is merely a brief lull in the longer battle. Timber, leaves, and grass have been so dry for so long that the rain will temporarily help by saturating the ground. But after the rain ends, it is only adding more fuel to the fire.
What's going to happen is that all of this rain is going to continue to knock leaves off of the trees. So as it starts to warm up again throughout the rest of the week, those leaves are going to dry out. And so now we're actually going to have more fine fuels on the ground. And the fine fuels are generally the ones that ignite the easiest and carry the fire.
Some areas of the Daniel Boone National Forest remain closed because of the fires. A fire in the Skybridge area of the Red River Gorge is around 75% contained.
A Whitley County high school teen died in an ATV accident this past weekend. His family, friends, and classmates are mourning his loss, missing the smile they say brightened everyone's day.
WYMT's Hannah Reynolds has more from Williamsburg.
Fisher Barton knew how to line up a room and his entire school.
Kids, other students gravitated towards him and his outgoing personality, and I think his just kind spirit.
His death has been hard on students and teachers alike on Monday.
You know, the kids, I've heard them make several comments from there. You know, we're going to do this for Fisher. You know, how would he do it? He's going to put his heart and soul into it. We are too.
Fisher was active in his faith. He was the FFA chapter sentinel, the junior class vice president. He was involved in skeet shooting, DECA, impact archery, and several others. Most importantly, a kind spirit, someone anyone could turn to.
Everybody loved him and felt comfortable, and everybody thought he was their best friend. And that's how he was, or a brother. That's how he treated people.
Outside the classroom, he worked 3 jobs. One at Jellicoe Monument, the second at Cox & Sons Funeral Home, and the third at Williamsburg Veterinary Clinic. All 3 were places he worked for and with his family.
He had such a bright future. He had so much ahead of him. So much. And we're going to miss him. We're really going to miss him.
Remembering the light that Fisher Barton was and will forever be. In Whitley County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Fisher's visitation is tonight from 4 to 8 at the Cox & Sons Funeral Home in Jellicoe, Tennessee. His funeral service will be tomorrow afternoon at 2.
And we now know the name of the man killed in a crash on the Hal Rogers Parkway Monday morning. The Perry County coroner identified the man as 55-year-old Delbert Whitehead. He was an employee for the city of Hyden for 31 years. It happened around 9 yesterday morning near the Perry-Leslie County line when police say a car crossed the center line and hit a box truck. 2 people were in the car at the time. They were rushed to the hospital, and police say Whitehead later died. That other person suffered serious injuries. We talked to one man who approached the crash just minutes after it happened.
People standing there looking like you could tell it was bad. I mean, you can usually tell by the people and what they're doing, and if they're hustling around, they're trying to help somebody, but if they're standing there, it's usually bad.
Officials say the driver of the box truck was not injured, and the Hal Rogers Parkway was shut down for nearly 2 hours at the time, but has since reopened.
In West Virginia now, one Wayne County community is mourning the loss of a mother who was killed in a car crash yesterday. Neighbors say as neighbors say the mother, Tasha Justice, was pulling out of her driveway onto Route 52 in Glen Hayes. She was T-boned by another car. The sheriff's office says 2 children were in the car with Justice. Neither of them suffered life-threatening injuries. After the tragedy, neighbors are urging those who travel on 52, which is notorious for speeders, to be more cautious.
Every night you hear one up through flying. It's heartbreaking. I'm telling you, it about broke my heart too.
An accident investigator is working to determine what happened. Deputies say nobody witnessed the accident. A man driving the other vehicle was taken to the hospital.
And in McCracken County, a man is accused of killing a woman with an RV. Paducah police arrested James Van Vactor Sunday. Police say surveillance video shows him arguing with the victim. She then sits down behind the RV and Van Vactor backs over her. Police say he stayed in the RV and did not call for help. Someone saw the victim's body and reported it to police hours later. He is charged with murder.
One man in central Kentucky is behind bars after police say he stabbed someone with a pitchfork. Scott County authorities say that disputes over property lines escalated, leading to the arrest of 69-year-old Alan Covington. He was charged with second-degree assault after deputies say he stabbed the victim in the leg with a pitchfork. The victim's identity was not released, but he is expected to survive the injury.
And one man is behind bars in Laurel County, charged with alcohol intoxication
and endangering the welfare of a minor. This is Bradley Askvig. An arrest citation says Askvig passed out behind the wheel in the South Laurel Middle School parking lot.
His 4-year-old son was roaming the parking lot unattended. Police say when they found Askvig, he was under the influence of alcohol. WYMT's Connor James talked with Askvig about what happened as he still sits in the Laurel County Detention Center.
Bradley Askvig has a different story than what his arrest citation reads.
So usually I come home, I deal with them, and stay tired all the time. I run on no sleep.
The 31-year-old says he came home after working a 12-hour shift and was taking a minor to her dance at South Laurel Middle School Friday night. In the car with him, his 4-year-old son.
And I just sit there and fell asleep on him.
Askvig says he fell asleep in the parking lot. That's when his son somehow got out of the car and began roaming the lot.
You know, I knew I was tired. I said, hey, I'm just going to sit here until this dance is over and just relax here, rest up, and then by the time this dance is over, I'm okay. I'm just going home.
Someone found the boy and the police were called. His arrest citation has a much different account of the night. It reads that police found him with, quote, slurred speech and glossy eyes. It goes on to say there was a, quote, strong odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from Askvig.
The arresting officer said they smelled alcohol. What's your response to that?
It was probably just some spilt in my vehicle somewhere because I have drank before and I've had alcohol spill in my vehicle from other people that were drinking.
There is no indication a breathalyzer was given. Social services were called.
Askvig bonds is set at $2,500. We do not know when he will be back in court.
In Bell County now, police need your help finding a man indicted for assault. Officials tell us this is an old booking photo of Christopher Collette. In July, a grand jury indicted him for first-degree assault. They say he beat a man with poles, causing serious injuries, including head trauma. The indictment suggests the victim also lost sight in his left eye. Collette failed to appear in court on Monday morning. A warrant was issued for his arrest.
And we now know when a Floyd County man will learn his punishment for killing a man. Scotty Gibson pleaded guilty last week to an amended second-degree manslaughter charge. He initially faced charge for murder. Last year, he punched another inmate while at the Floyd County Detention Center, killing the man. Prosecutors recommended a 10-year sentence. Sentencing for Gibson is scheduled for November 14th.
Well, Kentucky is making real progress with testing backlogged rape kits. A 2015 audit revealed Kentucky had more than 3,000 untested kits. Sherry Wan was attacked in her home nearly 40 years ago. She thought her case would never be solved. Then in 2017, she got a call from a Lexington police detective.
And he said, "Are you Sherry Wand?" And I said, "Yes." He says, "Were you at one time Sherry Dennis?" And I'm ad-libbing because I don't remember the exact words, but I said yes. He said, were you the same Sherry Dennis that filed a police report for an attack in September of 1981? And at that point, my guts dropped into the floor.
Sherry's attacker was the first conviction since Kentucky started looking into the rape kit backlog. Later on Mountain News this morning at 6:30, more of Sherry's story and how victims just like her are finally getting justice.
We told you last month that Kings Island was retiring the Vortex roller coaster. Now we take a look at one new coaster that will take the park to new heights.
Whew, I had to close my eyes for that one. Well, today we cool off and start to dry out. I'll have details on our next rain chance as well as the temperatures we will see for the rest of the week coming up next.